Hello and welcome everyone. I am Epicharismatic and today I will be telling a tale of two cancellations, that of Colleen Ballinger and Shane Dawson. Now I gotta say, as information's been coming out about Colleen, I honestly started getting flashbacks to Shane's cancellation. So let's take a trip down memory lane by recapping the story of Shane. Shane has 5 major events, all occurring over the course of 1 month, June back in 2020. And it all starts when these drama channels start leaking messages of jeffreestar texting them about some sort of video that I guess somebody was going to make. That somebody being, of course, Tatiwestbrook. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave up this slide for a bit just so you have a bit of the evidence that was coming out at the time. But I just want to talk a bit about the significance of this situation. And that is the fact that these texts being leaked basically showed that Jeffree and Shane knew that Tati was going to make that video by sister. And it honestly just suggests that they were trying to make a hit piece on James and trying to get rid of competition because he was their biggest competition at the time. If you remember, James was going to do a palette with Morphe, and Jeffree and Shane had their conspiracy palette that they were trying to sell, and they were trying to get the biggest sales. So, as everyone is talking about all these rumors about Shane and Jeffree and how they're trying to take down the competition and how they probably even just orchestrated the entire By Sister video, Shane does the dumbest thing in the world and posts this tweet called "Welcome to the Circus," where he writes in his notes app and thinks he's being sassy and witty and clever and talks about how he's above the whole drama. He doesn't want to be in the beauty world anymore. He's above that. And talking about, oh, all these beauty gurus who are involved in drama, they're all the same and they're all terrible and I'm above this. I already said it. He basically acts like he's so above it all, even though he was never a member of this community. He literally just came in, did his cash grab, and then wanted to say, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. This, of course, obviously backfired on him. It turned people against him because he came off as arrogant, left a poor taste in our mouths. Honestly, it made him so unlikable that people just started resurfacing his old offensive content all over Twitter. All of a sudden, there's all this offensive content from many, many years ago. Most of his fans had never even seen it. And I know I never seen it. Need I remind you of the Willow Smith video? Come on. So then, of course, Shane is like, okay, I definitely need to apologize. I need to make an apology video. And on June 26th, I guess he takes accountability. He really doesn't. He literally in this video goes, oh, all these other videos that I made in the past apologizing, they were made out of fear. I didn't really understand what I was apologizing for, but now I do. Okay, how am I supposed to believe that you understand this now? I don't get it. But anyways, to be honest, this video didn't really have much of an effect. I don't think it made his cancellation any worse, and it certainly didn't make it any better. It was honestly a non-apology. People were just like, we need an actual apology. This apology video sucks. Give us another one, basically. Breaking my silence. Man, Tati was basically out to bury this man. Bury this man. I gotta say, I'm part of the camp that believes that Tati actually planned the By Sister video with Jeffree and Shane. Not manipulated into the video, but just straight up planned it with them. And I think that she found an opportunity to bury Shane and Jeffree and throw them under the bus, and especially throw Shane under the bus. And I think she just took it, and I think she's a damn genius for it. But no, I don't really believe she was manipulated. I don't blame anyone who does, but I'm just not in that camp personally. And man, she did not need to make this video. So she makes this video on June 30th, right after all of these rumors are out. Shane's not being forgiven. Shane's being an idiot, making things worse for himself. And when I tell you that this video was the nail in the coffin, let me tell you, it doesn't matter if Tati was telling the truth or not. So if I'm right and she wasn't telling the truth, it honestly doesn't matter because people were putting 2 and 2 together that clearly Shane and Jeffree were conspiring with her at the very least, and at the very worst, trying to manipulate her into making that video to get rid of their competition. And all the evidence that came out was basically a setup for her to make this video. It was like she was handed all this information on a silver platter and it was like, do you want to be able to take down Shane Dawson? Do you want to just totally destroy him? And she chose yes. And you know what? With how competitive Shane was being and Jeffree was being, I don't blame her. But yeah, man, that buried him. I actually think this next event that happened doesn't even matter. I think even if Shane didn't react at all, this video was bad enough. But of course, even with how bad that video was, Shane had to do that infamous Instagram live. The same day he live reacts to this video and just totally gives himself zero chance to come back from this situation. To even, again, I think that she conspired with him. I believe that he was pissed off that she was essentially stabbing him in the back and going back on what they were doing and just, you know, throwing him under the bus. And that's why he was so pissed off. But man, with everything that came out, he looked like he just looked 100% guilty. 100% guilty. She may have messaged drama channels.
Because you message drama channels!
But it just seemed like he's so angry that she exposed him. You know, I gotta say, there's this one moment in the Instagram live where he's live reacting to her say some stuff, and the way he turns the camera and starts angling it towards his face, I mean, it was like Steven Spielberg level directing. I'm telling you, it was so good.
So how is it that so many editorial outlets knew that something was coming before?
So now let's do a quick recap of Colleen Ballinger's cancellation. It's kind of funny, there's also 5 major events that happened for this cancellation too. But actually when I first filmed this video, there was only 4. And then of course she had to come out with that terrible, I mean, it wasn't even an apology. She was literally just addressing the rumors. She wasn't apologizing about them. But anyways, coincidentally, everything here also happening over the course of June, just 3 years later, 2023. It's very interesting. It must be something in the air about June that just makes people, it just makes people want to be honest about terrible creators, and it makes information come out and it makes people cancel others. I don't know. But yeah, let's go through all of these real quick. So the first situation is KODEERants admits to making a hit piece on adammcintyre. And this, of course, just exonerates Adam of the claims that he was just lying about Colleen for clout. And if anything, it showed that Colleen was actually lying about Adam. This was a really bad reveal in the sense that this really just unleashed everything against Colleen. But you know what? The thing is, it's like, those who live in glass houses can't throw stones. You just can't do that. Yes, so what makes this situation pretty important is that Adam is able to share his story and be believed. So the next event in Colleen's cancellation is that Johnny recalls poor working conditions on Colleen's tour. This happens on June 8th of 2023 this year. So another member of Colleen's fandom confirms Adam's claims against Colleen's behavior and character. It basically further legitimizes Adam's claims against Colleen in his own videos, and it makes Adam more comfortable to share his insights on Colleen. And share he did. So Adam makes this video called The End of Colleen Ballinger's Career, and he goes off. He shows everything. Everything that is so bad about her content, the way that she interacts with fans, the way she lets her brother interact with fans. It honestly, to me, gave her a Shane Dawson level cancellation. I mean, it was terrible. And she had clips come out of videos people have never seen before, or if people have seen them, they don't remember it. But honestly, like the salmon labia videos, I just gotta say about those videos, she says in her high video, I'm not gonna even call it an apology video because it wasn't, she makes this statement about, oh, I didn't know that I'm supposed to be the one to figure out what's appropriate for children. Girl, you literally created a whole character geared towards children, cultivated a child audience, made tons of money off of kids, got your popularity off of kids, and then start to make content like that? It would be totally different if you did that before. If you started making weird content like that and then shifted to kids, I could understand that. But you don't cultivate a child audience and then start doing videos like that. Anyways, boy, oh boy. Then on the 21st of June, Colleen gets this Rolling Stone article written about her where her former fans come out and talk about all the conversations she used to have with them. And now the story comes out to a lot more people than just her fans or the few people on YouTube who know of her. I mean, more people are definitely hearing about this story. Then Colleen, of course, has to respond with the same level of stupidity as Shane Dawson. And she makes this video called Hi, where she has the nerve to sing while she's playing a ukulele and totally deny doing anything wrong and claim that she's telling jokes and that she is just a loser, like she's somebody who's harmless. That's what she basically did. She said, no, I'm not a groomer. I'm not somebody who's a predator. I'm harmless. I'm harmless. I'm innocent. Oh my God. She just really just let her true character show with this video. She really did. So, what are the similarities exactly between Colleen Ballinger and Shane Dawson when it comes to their cancellation? First off, I want to note, they both had terrible content out there beforehand. Both had racially insensitive content, and both had disturbing sexual content despite having children audiences, despite having audiences that mostly comprised of children. They both have had to apologize for that content too, if you remember.
This video is an apology.
People were saying, how dare I talk about racism when I said these things 14 years ago? And to you I say, that is the exact reason why I should be talking about racism and why I should be standing up against it, because I was one of the dumb ones who said that stupid thing and grew from it.
Something else that I think is extremely significant when it comes to their cancellations is their attempt to try to take down another YouTuber. Now, I gotta say, Adam, sweetie, I am so sorry to have to compare you to the likes of James. I really hate to compare you to him, especially because you do not do the criminal types of acts that Jamescharles does. But I do have to say, when Shane tried to take out Jamescharles, Shane got eliminated. And when Colleen tried to do the same to you, Adam, Colleen is now getting eliminated. I do think this aspect of each cancellation is super important. And also traditional media being involved. Well, with Shane, it was more so celebrities, but still, Shane getting canceled by the Smiths, and then Colleen having that Rolling Stone article written about her, it just further legitimizes and solidifies their cancellations. Makes it truly, truly impactful. And then this part is a little interesting, but they both try to have this little soft boy/girl persona. And you see in this tweet, Shane Dawson talking about, I'm done with this. I'm too sensitive for this. I'm done. Like, okay, Shane, you can go hurting people and be like, oh my God, but I'm so soft and innocent. Like, that's not how it works. And then you have Colleen on her tour acting all of a sudden like she's the sweet, sweet, sweetheart. Roll the clip.
Taking a few pictures, I guess. Okay. Thank you for coming to the... Okay, we can't just only take pictures, but here, do it really fast. I don't want to do this. Okay, this is a lot. Hi, everyone. You guys are very sweet. You should do this when I was Miranda, where I could bend down better than in this dress. Thanks, guys. Okay, thank you. I love you too. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna put this right here in my little bucket. Okay, so there's more. I'll get to you at the
finally, when rumors are out about their terrible behavior behind the scenes, they both have these arrogant reactions to them. Shane talking about, I'm over the beauty community. They're so toxic and narcissistic and vengeful. I'm leaving because I'm above all this, basically. And we know what Colleen just did. She just did this.
The toxic gossip train.
So the conclusion that I come to is that YouTube viewers as a whole, we don't draw the line at racist or even pedophilic jokes, but at the attempt to damage another YouTuber's livelihood and reputation. I believe that us as viewers, as a whole, just generally speaking, we don't really care about morality. We care to humble somebody else when they start to believe that they're untouchable. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? I'm not here to say that. I'm not here to make any judgment calls on that. I'm just saying what I see. And what I see is Shane Dawson and Colleen Ballinger can make all these inappropriate jokes, can have all this terrible racist content, can apologize for these terrible jokes and content and still go on to be beloved. But the second they try to cancel another YouTuber, the second they try to take somebody else down, oh, now it's serious. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying it. I hate to say the truth, but, you know, it sucks, but it is what it is. So why? Why is this? Why do we only care when they're trying to take down somebody else? I have two main theories about this. I think the first one is it does give a lot of us a sense of power and superiority. I think people like to be able to take someone else down because then it makes you feel like you're above somebody else. Or at the very least, it makes you feel like, oh, I have this much power that I could take away someone's whole livelihood like this. I can bring somebody else down like this. I do think that's a big part of it. And something else that makes both of their situations pretty unique is that I think in their situations, there's a clear victim who's well known. So people care more to protect and help them. So I think when it comes to other types of jokes, like when there's racial jokes, when there's pedophile jokes, there's no specific victim who you're witnessing suffer from it. Do you understand what I'm saying? And not just that, there's no victim that people are already fans of and people already like and people know of their personality and how they are. I do think it's human nature to care more when you actually know of someone specifically. You see their face, you hear them speak, you have a liking towards them versus just like a general group of people. So in my opinion, I think these two reasons are the biggest reasons that people really canceled these two YouTubers because they were huge. You remember how huge they were? Colleen, she just got canceled, so she actually was huge for a long time, you know? And now all of a sudden, these are terrible people and they're the worst people ever and all this stuff. And it's like, it's interesting to me, especially with Shane because Shane got canceled so many times. But it was this one cancellation where he tried to take down James. That's what really got him. Even though he still gets views now, they're nothing compared to what he used to get. So I gotta say, the moral of this story, don't try to take down another YouTuber if you have problematic content online. You will totally lose in the end. Don't allow your arrogance to be the cause of your own demise. So in the words of Kendrick Lamar, sit down, be humble. Just don't mistreat people just because you think you're better than them. You think you're superior to them. You think you can get away with it because you're you and they're them. You have all this power over them. There's no way anybody's gonna get you. Don't think that. So my advice to all these other YouTubers, and you know what, it's not something that should be that difficult to do, but don't treat people poorly. Don't treat your fans poorly. Don't try to eliminate competition. Listen, if you lose, just lose. Don't try to eliminate competition because you know they're gonna win. Take the L, dude. Take that little L before you have to take a capital L. You know what I'm saying? Take that lowercase L before you have to take that capital L, for real. So yeah, I think that's all. If you guys have any other theories as to why Colleen and Shane got canceled because of these two specific situations, I would love to hear in the comment section down below. Because those two were my main two reasons for their cancellations, but I could have missed something, so please let me know. And with that, that has been the tale of two cancellations, Colleen Ballinger and Shane Dawson. Thank you very much for watching this video. Again, I want to hear your opinions in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please try to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.